going on, guys? It's day number 5 with Weebey. Weebey's doing amazing, and started recall with him already doing the down command and a sit stay, and we're only at day 5, so it's coming along really nice so far. Weebey's doing good and has settled in. We have a lot of rules and structure around our place, so far I haven't seen some of the behaviors that the owners talked about. Like, he hasn't tried to bite on our sleeves or bite on pant legs as we go by. Come here. Good boy. You're gonna sit, pal. Good. Weebey, come here. Sit. Good. Good boy. Weebey, down. Good. Yep. Come here. Sit. Good. All right. Sorry for that break in our video. Hey man, that's the realities of making little videos outside. You're always getting interrupted. Sometimes it takes me like 9 tries to get a video done, and it's not because I'm trying to I'm redoing things to make a dog look perfect for you guys. I don't care if the dog looks perfect. That's the whole point of following the board and train, is seeing the dog go from kind of sloppy to getting better to eventually really good. I don't believe there are perfect dogs out there. So, but yeah, sometimes I've taken 9 tries because people walk through the shot or start talking to me and interrupt me in the video. So yeah, day 5 with Weebey. Haven't seen some of these behaviors. Part of it I find is, as the dog settles into some rules and structure, they start learning, shit, there's some rules and structure around here. Maybe I better not try some of those behaviors I've been getting away with at home. But we'll see how it goes as he settles in. A lot of times too, dogs in the first few days are different because they're settling in. Like, if you've ever, like me, if I go to like a big party, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to start talking to everybody. I may get to that point, but in the beginning I'm more reserved, and I sort of sit and watch the party and kind of see how things are going, who's talking to who, that kind of thing, right? So a lot of dogs are like that. They come in and they're a little standoffish, they're not themselves, and they're not producing the behaviors that the owners talked about, and it's just because they're in a very different environment, so they're not acting normally. And then as the weeks progress, the dog starts to loosen up, be more comfortable, and starts to pull off the stuff they were trying to pull off at home. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I talked about today, and we'll show you how his obedience is coming along at this point. But Weebey's doing really good, and he's a super cool dog. No e-collar training with him. I have conditioned him to an e-collar in case I need it for things like stealing shoes or biting on clothes. But at this point, like, we're just training him on a prong collar and a flat collar for some obedience. Sorry, for some recall work. I started with the flat collar. Buddy, you're inching. Come here. Good. And that's the kind of stuff you can't let go. If you start letting little things like that go, he inched forward, then he inches forward, then he starts to turn, and you let that stuff go, you'll never have clean obedience. Clean obedience is about, you know, repairing all the little finite mistakes, making sure the dog doesn't army crawl an inch on a down. If they army crawl an inch and you ignore it, then they're going to army crawl 2 inches the next time, 3 inches, next time they're just going to get up and walk away. That's how, like, so some people say, well, I don't want to be that strict with my dog. But you don't have to be that strict with your dog. But if you want super clean, professional obedience, that's the difference. The only real difference, I think, sometimes between a professional trainer and just your regular, like, hobbyist dog trainer is, like, a professional trainer is like, we got to be exact. Everything has to be perfectly just so the dog understands exactly how it can be. And as soon as you leave wiggle room or gray area for a dog, they're going to take advantage of that, and they're going to use it, and then it's slowly going to erode the command that you're working on. Okay, so let's get to work with him. You already saw the down. Maybe I'll do a couple more with him, but he's doing really well. You ready to do some training, pal? Yep. Go to sleep, buddy. Good boy, Weebey. Weebey. Good. Weebey. Sit. Yes, good boy. Stay. Good boy, Weebey. Good boy. And in case you're wondering what happened to my finger, Ollie. Yeah, my own little Ollie. People always say to me when I tell them he was a really aggressive dog when we got him, not this little guy, really? Well, he was acting up this morning and I pushed him back into a sit because he was trying to move forward in a sit to get to his dog bowl past the other dogs. So I gave him a little tap to set him back and he bit me one. So if you have an aggressive dog, you always got to be on point. And sometimes you get complacent, and Ollie's been great. And usually I can handle him with physically, like just kind of shoving him back and stuff like that. And today he just snapped on me. So back to e-collar for a little bit, back to the rules and structure that made him successful in the beginning. We've lightened up on a lot of his rules and given him more freedom. And I think we gave him a little bit too much freedom. So we'll just pull that back a little bit, put him under some more rules and structure. He'll be fine in no time. So that's just a little side note. As you can see, good job, buddy. Good boy. Weebey's doing amazing. Okay, so let's get some recall going. Actually, let's do it down. And I'm still using a food lure for down. I don't use food a lot in training. If you guys have watched my videos, you know, but I do use it for the down in the beginning. Down. Good boy. There you go. Okay, so let's get to some recall, and I'm out at one of the local parks. I got about 5 or 6 like fairly good sized parks or parkettes within about a 5 or 10 minute walk circumference around my place, so it works really well for getting the dog out and training in you know, more distracted environment. All right, buddy, ready for some recall? Yep. Good boy.